Good evening. We all know the drill by now. You wait in the first line, walk up to the podium. They look at your ID, look at you, look back at your ID. They pass the magic blue flashlight over it, scribble something on your boarding pass with a pen, so you can then get in line to take your shoes off, put your laptop in the tray before getting scanned or x-rayed or perhaps pawed by someone you don't know wearing gloves before you are able to truly enjoy the thrill of commercial air travel. Imagine not having to bother with actually buying a ticket. Tonight, the Department of Homeland Security is trying to figure out how a man from Nigeria did it not once but twice in two different cities, flying across the country in the process. We begin tonight with a gaping hole in airline security and our Justice correspondent, Pete Williams. Pete, good evening.
Brian, investigators are stressing tonight that there's no suggestion here of terrorism. They say the man at the center of this just wanted to fly without paying, but it is a glaring example of lax air security.
The embarrassing saga began last Friday when a U.S. citizen of Nigerian background managed to board a plane and fly to Los Angeles without ever buying a ticket. The FBI says 24-year-old Olajide Noaibi used an ID from the University of Michigan, where he was a student 5 years ago, and a day-old boarding pass belonging to someone else to get past the first checkpoint at New York's JFK airport, where TSA officers examine IDs and boarding passes. He then went through the normal bag and personal screening. At the gate, Virgin America personnel allowed him to board their flight, even though his name was never on the passenger list and he had an outdated boarding pass issued to someone else.
For the American public that has seen billions of dollars spent exactly on this facet of our security, for it not to work raises huge questions.
After takeoff, passengers complained about Noaibi's personal hygiene, and flight attendants wondered who was in a premium class seat that was supposed to be empty. Only then did they discover the problem. The FBI says the boarding pass he used belonged to a New York City man who lost it after taking the subway to JFK Airport for a flight to LA the day before. The FBI met the flight, then kept a close eye on Noaibi while it delved into his background. Then just yesterday, he tried it again. He got past the TSA ID checkpoint at the Los Angeles airport, and as the FBI watched, tried to board a Delta flight to Atlanta, where he has relatives. But this time, the airline stopped him because he was again carrying a boarding pass that was not in his name. Court documents say when agents arrested him, they found he was carrying more than 10 other boarding passes in various individuals' names.
It's time that we got it straight. We've had these breaches, and once that individual gets on an airplane, then that's where the trouble could begin.
Noaibi has been charged with taking a flight without paying for it, which carries a maximum 5-year penalty. Tonight, the TSA says it's sending the officers involved back for more training, and Virgin America says it's taking another look at its training too. Brian?